My mic has gone. There we go. We're back. Hello, good afternoon. How are we all doing? I am Kevin Randall, the assistant manager to Leake Veterans FC. If you didn't already know, you should be ready unknowing already. Been doing it long enough. Just a bit of catch up with the boys. No game this Sunday. Unfortunately, it is break week. But we're just on the fixture screen, as you can see, via the FA. We always use their page. Free sponsorship this. We just need our fixtures. We're not bothered about everybody else. Not many games left to go either, to be fair. But there we go. We have got Franzines, not this Sunday, next Sunday. I think it's the 18th. The next game is we're away. These are last away games as well. Then on the 3rd we have got West Bridgeford Colts. And then game of the season again. Final game of the season. We're down the Rocco gym. Try and put some retribution on Magdala if we can. But speaking of last Sunday, this is how we started. If we can bring it up onto the old big screen. There we go. Bring it up just like that. This is how we started last week. We had Ali went in goal. The Monk. We have dubbed him the Monk. There's a vibrant presence in the goal, shall we say. Looks very intimidating in that net, but it did really well. Stan was at right back, Alex centre back, Becco was centre back as well. The Third Reich non-child pass, had a stellar game. Had to give him man of the match because his covering over the defenders was phenomenal. It was really good. And then Captain Sausage Michael was at left back. Had a decent game too. Now, we had the two centre mids playing out of position. As you can see, Lewis went to right mid. JT went centre mid. Mitch had a good game as well in centre mid. Luke Edwards, he was on the left mid. Both naturally centre mids playing this game in this formation. We have tried a few formations this season, but we went 4-4-2 with the team that we had and the subs that we had. We was 5 defenders strong on the bench. But everybody got a fair run out, as you know. So, yeah. Luke and Lewis just naturally kept drifting in towards the centre of the park, which isn't a bad thing, more or less. If I was going to play a diamond formation, I never thought of that. I should write that down in a bit. But if I was playing a diamond formation, it would have been spot on, because Lewis would have come into his into the penalty spot, so to speak. Just there, I don't know if you can see him here. So yeah, would have put Lewis down here, dropped Mitch into there, just pulled Luke Edwards in beside JT, which wouldn't have been too bad, to be fair. But yeah, we came out decent on this game. Bree scored a wonderful goal. Got to be said, set up by Alex. He was just down here where Luke is. Whipped the ball straight over from a free kick. Bosh, straight onto the right peg. And I mean literally straight onto the right peg. Bosh, straight in the back of the net by Bree. Cracking goal by the man himself. And Luke Thompson as well on the score sheet as well. And I think Luke Edwards we had a penalty as well. We actually won a penalty this season, and Luke Edwards put that away as well. Who scored the next one? I think it was Alex. I'm not sure. Yeah, Alex. Edder, banging header. Got to be said. See where Mitch is there. That's where Alex was. Right, and the ball just came across, bang, straight in the roof, right under the crossbar. It's precision heading at its best. So yeah, there was a 4-goal scorers: Bree, Luke Thompson, Luke Edwards, and Alex. Cracking game. Seen us come out 4-2 victors, but don't let the scoreline flatter you just a little bit too much, because the first 15 minutes of this game we was so slow, and I think obviously we've tried different formations this season, but this seemed the most realistic formation to use, like I said, with the players that we had. But just getting to gel with it, that back four has been a back four all season, apart from Alex, who's just coming back this season, back end of this season. Normally it's Stan, DC, Becca, Michael. If it's not Stan, it's Johnny, the skipper there, who started on the bench. DC started on the bench as well, so as did Nathan and Rob. But still strong nonetheless. And yeah, it was dead sluggish. I'm watching the game, and Peggy 18 the stream, by the way. I was watching the first 10-15 minutes of this game, and I was like, oh, for God's sake. You know when you have such a good start to the season, you go 8 unbeaten, and you wonder on the turn of the season, what the fuck has gone wrong? I know we've all got work and families and things like that. We play Sundays at 2 o'clock. meet at the ground for one. So we know we have to juggle it about a bit, but everybody's always there or thereabouts playing more or less. So and they've been playing together longer than I've been there. So and you look at them and you go, Jesus Christ! And it was pretty appalling. 1-0 down, 15 minutes in. I was like, we're going to get fucking creamed here. You know what I mean? But after that, we had a big shouting match, and everybody was shouting, giving it the big one. But after that, 15 minutes, it switched on. And that was it. We started playing fluent football. Lewis was running around like a freaking fiddler's elbow. Luke Edwards was up and down putting tackles in as well. Mitch was pinging the ball about. JT was having a good one as well. The football started flowing. We started making the triangle passes, the 5-yard passes, like we should do all season. And we ended up coming away with a 4-2 win. So, yeah, it just keeps the pressure on back to anyways, because we are actually... where are we? There we are, 4-2 down there. That was last week's game against Nottinghamshire FC, who are, I've got to say, a good bunch of lads, you know what I mean? Dunkirk lost to Old Dogs 3-1. Magdala again putting on a stellar, so 5-2 against Franzines. So there was the only 3 games on that week. There's still a couple of games left to be played. But yeah, we just want to keep the pressure on those above us, because we know we've got the last game of the season, and we know we've got a couple of games in hand over us, and we're hoping. And I think they've got Nottinghamshire FC, because the gaffer there was asking me a couple of questions about them and things like that in the post-match briefing, shall we say, at the Nags Head, sponsor alert. And at the Nags Head, where we go after the match to have dinner and a few jars and a bit of catch-up and a bit of banter. But yeah, went there, he's asking a few questions, how would he play and things like that. Now I've seen his team play, and I reckon with the team Nottinghamshire they've got a good winger, a skinny lad, and I forgot his name. He did tell me his name. He's pretty quick. Apparently he used to be a forward, but moved him to the wing. Don't know why, because at his pace he'd probably beat most defenders. So I told him just to go 5 at the back, hit him on the counter, stick the skinny lad up front. You know, it makes obvious sense, because once they play together, play well, they do have a decent game. You know what I mean? So Nottinghamshire FC currently sitting in 5th. They've played 8, won 2, drawn 2, lost 4. 2 to us, as you do. But we have got Franzines next door, currently sitting in 6th. They've played 9, won 1, drawn 3, lost 5. Only on 6 points. So, but I think we can safely say, barring, we need to win the next 2 games that we should win. We need to win them both, just to concrete second position. And I can't see anybody else in that league doing us a favour against Magdala apart from ourselves. So, you know, I'd love to finish the season with a win over Magdala. There's some conspiracy theories saying that 1 might go up this season, 2 might go up, or, you know. But we're hoping the boys deserve promotion this season. You know what I mean? You don't go 8 games in a row unbeaten beginning of the season to finish second like we will probably this season. You know, the boys have had a stellar season so far, and we're hoping to keep that up. I am going to try and get some footage together, get something sorted out for next season, because we did start off camcording the matches, but now I've got a bit more of a busy role. I can't walk up and down the wing with a camera in my hand. So we are going to start getting the footage back as well for the boys. I can't go into who's up for next week and all that jazz, but just some of the tinkering of the formations that we tried. We did go with this one last time around when we played the wingers. He just captain went in there, Becca, Alex. And this formation we did play on Astro a couple of weeks back when we was away. And I'll tell you what, it looked absolutely brilliant. The boys were fluent. It was like they'd been playing it for ages. You know what I mean? It was stellar. Up and down the field like a fiddler's elbow. Stan was like a man possessed. Michael was up there as well. And Michael, my Captain Sausage, last Sunday, right? He turned into Ronaldinho. He came from down here at left back, right? People lacking at his heels, tapping him out, and he pinged the ball that way, then brought it back on his left peg, came all the way around there, boss, straight in, as you do. Turned into Robaldinho, took all the left wing on, straight in the box as you do. It was absolutely brilliant. A little Ronaldinho run. It was phenomenal. Yeah, he did have a blinding game, but this is a formation we've been toying with. Like I say, with players that we've got, it was really good. You see the monk there, number 99. He was up front as well. Had a decent game up there with Luke Thompson. Luke Thompson is having a stellar season, to be fair. He's on the score sheet again. Bree was on the score sheet as well, like I said last week. It has been a phenomenal season. I mean, these games that we have drawn that we should have lost. We've had a few penalties given away this season as well. So it's been a mad season. But the head-to-head table, I call this the head-to-head table. In our away form, we have won 2, drawn 2. We've scored 5 goals, conceded 4. Our overall, without the cup game in there, because we are 8, not 7 wins. We have won 7, drawn 3, lost 1. That was to Magdala. We've scored 32, conceded 13. Now that is phenomenal nonetheless. Goal difference is 19. Where's Magdala? At home there are 4 unbeaten at home. Scored 17, conceded 7. Away they've won 5. Scored 14, conceded 2 away. See, still very, very good. But Franzines, where are these on their own form? They're currently in 6, like I said before. They've only won 1 game at home, lost 2. Scored 7, conceded 7. Away they've drawn 3, lost 3. Scored 10, conceded 16. So yeah, not fantastic. I think we played a double header against these last season, and yeah, they ended up moving us to a freaking slopey pitch around the back. It was absolutely terrible. You know, if I wanted to do leg day on the steps, I would have. But yeah, it was pretty appalling pitch. I mean, none so more appalling than when we went to Old Dogs the other week. Jesus Christ, I moaned about it in my last stream, and I can still smell it now. It's horrendous. Yeah, that was a crap pitch, and that was a game that we went with wing backs again there, and the pitch, like I said, the pitch was terrible. You kick the ball in the air, it was coming back at you, and the wind, it was just so open, it was unbelievable. That was another game that we should have won. That was a slip up. We just didn't have the legs on that pitch. It was unfortunate. But Franzines and West Bridgeford Colts, 2 must wins. And Magdala, I would love to beat them at the end of the season, just to pull them down, just a little peg or 2. You know what I mean? Let them know. You got to be done. It's got to be done. I want to go and see. I don't think I haven't done this in a while, so please bear with me while I try and find. No, I didn't find it straight away. So here we go then. Appearances. Oh God, it had to be a Magdala player on top, didn't it? Weird. That's only because he's scored 9 goals in 8 games. Luke Thompson is up there in 2nd place. 12 games, he scored 9 goals. What is this? Overall goals 9. Yeah, started. Yeah. So Luke Thompson has scored 9 in 9. And there's Wade from I see Dunkirk as well. When they first started, we flashed them 8-3. Should have been 15-20. But it is one of them games. But yeah, nice to see a Dunkirk lad up there. He's on 8 goals in 9 games. The Monk, Alistair Collins, is up there. He's got 7 in 9. Ryan Enright didn't do anything against us, but he's got 7 in 8. Christian for West Bridgeford Colts, he's got 6 in 5. Stuart Robinson is in 7th place from the Magdala. He's got 6 in 8. Danny Blanchard still in there. He's on 4 in 3. And Alex Bradbury rings a bell. He's on 9th place. He's got 4 in 7. And Jason Etienne has got 4 in 6. And Brian Barker is down there in 13th place with 3 in 12. For some reason, 40 head more than that. He literally started every game this season. Really well. You know what? His touch on the ball, his pass on the ball, his awareness on the ball, and he's willing to fire the team up as well as Brian Barker. Absolutely phenomenal. He literally will run around once he gets his toe in. Once he gets his eye in as well. So I've got, how many have we got? I didn't even count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in the top 10, and then Brian Barker just outside. So, not too bad at all. What's the form? That's just benches. Player of the match. Oh, we don't put ours on here. No. We are having, oh, I forgot what date it was. Forgot the date. We are having the end of the season do at the Pavilion at Costock. I will post the date up on the East League Veterans page, Facebook page. Yeah, I will post that up. Why are we second in that? A, B, C, D, E, alphabetical order. That's crap. Look at us, we should be top of that league, at least. Somewhere. Dunkirk Veterans first, overall goals, 26. East League Veterans, 36. And we're second, 35. So, mwah. See? Somebody's trying to mug us off here. Even the FA's at it. Not impressed with that. Grantham 3. Old Dogs 5. 4 penalties, 5 assists. 1 yellow card. What? See how many penalties they've had this season? Minus that. Yeah, would be 31. Boom. Shocking. I mean, we only conceded 3 penalties this season, and half of them were penalties. I didn't even think we'd get one this season until last week. So, let's bring up the table. There you go. We've seen it works before. Magdala leading the way on 27 points. East League Veterans are there on 24. Grantham on 16. Old Dogs are on 14. Nottinghamshire FC, who we beat nicely this weekend, they're on 8 points. Franzines are on 6 points. Dunkirk on 5. And West Bridgford Colts are on 4 points. I'm not sure how many go up or how many come down, but you know, if 2 go up, that will be amazing, because these boys at East League deserve to be in the Prem. The work rate is, and everything is second to none. You know what I mean? The Cell this season has been an hard place to come. Gotta be said. Gotta be said. Although there's at times when we played Old Dogs at home and we come away with, I think, a 2-2 draw at home, and we've just peppered their goal. Hammer and tonged it. We just didn't put the chances away. You know what I mean? It was just one of them games where I think we were just firing at will, and it just wasn't right on the day. But we scored 2. We didn't lose. We drew at them against those. That was a 2-2. Then we went away to their shitty ground and got a 1-1. So yeah, it's teams like that you know you should be beating, and I think we get ahead of ourselves sometimes, and we go, yep. You know, it could be down to us and the formation, but we have to work with what players we've got and our best to deal with that at the moment. We've still got a few out with injuries. It seems to be an occurring thing, because I know they had the back end of last season, there was 1 or 2 out with injuries as well, coming to the back end of the season. So yeah, it was not too bad. I mean, I think our midfield started off when we played 4-3-3. And we looked absolutely devilish at times. It seemed to work really well. We had Simon, Lewis and Luke in midfield. And Bree, Blanche and Luke Thompson up front. Which worked really well. That is your ideal 3-3 going forward. Now don't quote me on it. I know some players are coming back next season. We might be putting the names down again to sign up for next season. Some old players. But don't quote me on it. I'm not 100% sure yet. But yeah, and that's when we started off as well. We went on the road. All our games were at home. The first 8 games were all at home. And we had Stan, DC, Becco, and Michael at the back, Simon, Lewis, and Luke, Bree, Blanche, and Thompson up front, and it was beautiful to watch. And then we went and played Nottinghamshire away, played the same one as well. We came away 2-1 victories there. Lewis conceding a penalty, which looked pretty dubious from where I was, but I was probably 15-20 yards away from it. But it just looked right weird. It didn't look like a pen to me, but you know, I'm not a ref. We have actually got that on the that game is on the East League Veterans YouTube page. There's 2 games on there if you want to watch those. The first one isn't the best. The second one is, quality like video quality. The second one's a lot better. It's a good game. You can see the ref being this guy from Earache as well, because he was on the pitch and he shouldn't have been. Plain clothed he was on there doing his lino walking. He was about 3 yards on the pitch. So yeah, we are also going to be putting up advertising for short sponsors, front of us arrival top sponsors as well. I will be getting that sorted out very soon, ready for next season. We are getting a banner made up because up in East League, it's a very tight knit group up there, very nice community. So we play at the school in East League, the leisure centre on their 3G pitch, and maybe if we had a banner on the front, if we were allowed to hang a banner on the front, people will know there's actually a game on. Might come and support the team a bit more. We did have a few come down. Some of the Thursday fighting squad came down. Mr. Chaz came down to support the boys and a few others as well. It was great to see. So we did have a bit of a stand, shall we say, just behind us, giving us the old cheer on, becoming the 12th man, so to speak. It was good to have some fans down. Hopefully we get a lot more next season. If 2 go up and we're in the Prem, so yeah, it would be really, really good. Would be really, really good. So, but back to winning ways. We said it last time I was going to play Old Dogs because we thought, yes, let's go and beat them, smash them. Got down there, you know what beat us was the smell of dog shit on that pitch. It was freaking savage. And I think because somebody forgot the kit, I had to turn around and go and fetch it. And we had to play an Old Dog second kit, which was what colour, what freaking pink or whatever it was, turquoisey pink, something freaking stupid like that. So yeah, it was a bad day all round for that. I think the kit voodooed us more than the pitch, but yeah, it was a point, wasn't a loss. That's the main thing. The only game we've lost to was Magdala at home. So, and they orchestrated that. I'm not even asked. What they do is wind you up that much, you get drawn into it, right, and you end up getting frustrated and wound up. You lose your mind on football, and then they start playing football because they know you wound up. You know, you're not fucking. It's just weird how they work, but it's clever what they do. But we've got to just try, when we play them at their ground, just don't rise to their shit and just play our own game. Just play our own game of football. That's all we've got to do. And I'm sure, more than positive, we will win. You know, don't get me wrong, they're a good unit, they're a decent unit, but I just think technically we're just that bit better on a day. I might be biased, might not be, but I've seen our lads play some absolutely stellar football this season. It's just getting started. It's just getting started. You know, we had a tough team in the cup. What was the name? Tell you. Total Reclaims. I don't want to see the score. Yeah, we went down there, pitched their pitch up. It looked short, but it looked absolutely wide as fuck. But it was a nice setup down here that Total Reclaims had in Baseford. That was nice. They are a well-drilled unit. Scored some good goals as well. We was 3-0 down at half time to that game. We just didn't get going. And then second half, turned it around. We only conceded 1 goal in the second half, but scored 2 ourselves. Should have been 3. If we'd have put the third one away with the time that was left, I reckon we would have got extra time, or it might have gone straight to penalties. I don't know how it works in the cup there, offhand. But yeah, if we'd have scored that third, because they started rocking a bit when we put 2 in quick succession away. And Simon did the most audacious thing there and lobbed the keeper from halfway, straight from the spot kick. So yeah, and I think Luke Thompson was going to try it this week, but he got ridiculed. No, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Yeah. And Alex, bless him, last week, saw his name in lights. Went for an audacious shot after scoring his beautiful header. Saw his name in lights and just went to ping the ball around the player, and it didn't come off, but it was funny. It was good. It's an awkward one to explain, but the way he did it was pretty decent, to be fair. And it just went wide. So yeah, that was another long shot, and he has got a shot on him as well as Alex. Used to play up front, but now he's alternate. He could play centre back or up front. He did give him a run out up front this week. He did start off at centre back, but we made a change. Brought a defender on, moved Alex up front, gave Bree a rest for the last 10 minutes, and Alex went up front. Added a bit of pace and a bit of height as well. Did really well. So yeah, that is about it, to be fair. But yeah, Franzine's next. Hopefully they give us a decent pitch. Hopefully the weather holds off, because it has started. It's been snowing now for the last hour or so. Football tonight is up the East League Leisure Centre for the Thursday night firing squad. Looking forward to that. I will get my underlayers out. Got to be done. Yeah, so nobody ruined my Thursday night. I do look forward to Thursday night, so go up straight after work. But yeah, not sure how good I'll be in goal tonight though, because I have tweaked my shoulder. So we will. I'm not that good in goal anyway, so it don't really matter, does it? No, I'm pretty crappy in goal. But yeah. I can't give you next week's teams. Only the lads in the chat know who's available. I can't do that. Ed, just in case the opposition know that we're running the stream and just pop on to have a look, I can't give any info out. So yeah, don't want to do any of that. But if you do want to get involved with the East League Veterans Football Club, head over to Facebook. Go check out the Facebook page. Get on the YouTube channel as well. That will be come alive next season. We are going to get all the videos up there. A bit of banter with the skipper, a bit of banter with the main man himself, Mr. G, the gaffer, the main manager himself, Mr. Graham. We'll get a few words from him as well if we can, just to see what he thought of the game more. Let's get a bit of an interview going with him, and put it on a channel, make it look a bit more interesting. Then we'll cut him down and highlight it up. But yeah, it's been a real good season so far. Slow starts, skirmish starts for 15 minutes. Then they get warmed up, get their eye in. Then they start playing football. But next season will be different. The start of the season will be different, because there'll be friendlies, there'll be training. We are looking. I have got penciled in for training on Tuesday nights. So yeah. If we can get a pitch down across that, because I think we need to train on grass rather than 3G. We know how to play on 3G. We just need to get used to the grass element of it, because a few new pitches now are 3G, but there's the odd 4 or 5 pitches of the grass and not very well maintained. But yeah, we've arrived at matches before, like Magdala. They did it to us last season, and then just started cutting the pitch and putting lines up when we turned up. So they literally had about 45-50 minutes to get the pitch ready, and even that wasn't great. It's undulated, it's got divots in it, so yeah, one wrong footing and you will roll your ankle down there. It is not great. But yeah, training looking Tuesdays. Then obviously some of the lads come down to the Thursday night firing squad kickabout, but not everybody. So yeah, and we're going to get at least 3 or 4 pre-matches in, if we can, before the start of the season again. Our season ends on the where. Oh, not looking. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Won't look at that. Our season ends the 24th of March, and if I'm not mistaken, 24th. Did I say is it 27th on a Friday? I'm sure our do is on the calendar. Let me have a look at the calendar. March. Let's go to March. February. Oh, went too far. 29th. Yeah, it must be the 29th then. I will clarify the date down for the pavilion, the end of season awards for the boys. A bit of snap and finger food as you do, and a bit of a disco and beers at the pavilion. 29th is Good Friday, I'm sure. Yeah, it's going to have to be the 29th. Sure it is. More than positive. I'll double check with the gaffer himself, Mr. Graham, and we'll get that posted up and get that put in there as well. And then after that, boys get a bit of a rest. Then pre-season will start ahead of September. Hopefully, we're looking to get at least 3 or 4 matches down if we can. And we're still looking at getting the veterans, the army vets involved if we can as well, because I believe there's a veterans place not too far away, and I've been talking to a friend who's just gone back there working there. So if we're allowed to get on site because it's an army base, then we're hoping to do some football up there as well, do some sponsorship up there if we can for those boys out there, Mark. Looking forward to that. A lot to do next season and a lot coming up, a lot to prepare for as well. So watch this space. I certainly will be. Looking forward to it. But that is about it. Currently sitting pretty in second. Would prefer first, but it is what it is. Hopefully, fingers crossed the boys get promoted. They really deserve it. Exceptional season. All the players have had a blinding season so far. So, yeah, onwards and upwards. Onwards and upwards. 2 more wins secures that place. So, yeah. I think Grantham are out of it anyway. But Old Dogs down there, they're on 14. They're 10 points behind us with a couple of games in hand. So, yeah, we still need to keep winning. Watch this space, boys. I'm Kevin Randall. It's Eastleigh Veterans. Facebook, YouTube. Go check them out. Would really appreciate it. I'm out of here. Peace.
I'm about to tell you might not be what you want to hear, but